We're going to go through another investment opportunity. Today is a townhouse in Jumeirah Golf Estates, something that I bought about 18 months ago. I'm going to break down why I bought it, what I was looking to achieve, what rental yield I was expecting, how that played out, and most importantly, how you can replicate it. So, a townhouse development called Jasmine Lane. It's a branded residences in Jumeirah Golf Estates. This branded residences was branded by Allsopp. I've been in, viewed the community, viewed the feel, understood what I was looking for. So things that I liked about it, branded is massive for me. I believe people buy into the concept of what that is, the look and the feel. When you walk into the townhouse, the feel from the living room to the marble that they use, the bedrooms, the feel that you have into the back wall paneling, it's all black marble. And again, if the cut team's done a good job, they'll make sure that this is behind so you can see what I'm looking at. Even down to the small qualities of the stairs. They call the stairways to heaven, where you will see the stairs going up. So I really like the product, and that's the number one thing that I look for. Number two was the location, the Jumeirah Golf Estates. Now, Allsopp last quarter sold 52.5% of every villa sale that happened in Jumeirah Golf Estates. We do have an office there, and we have a very, very deep knowledge in terms of what is happening in the community. So the purchase price was 5 million dirhams for a 3-bedroom townhouse that worked out to just over 3,000 dirhams a square foot. Now, when I bought this, I want to make it very clear. My agents that I work with said to me, Lewis, this is too much money. This is not the right buy for you. But I want to make it also clear that people said that about the Atlantis Royal when I bought that, about the offices when I bought them, and also the ones that other developments that I bought, even the Palm Jebel Ali. There wasn't belief until there was belief. The data showed me that if you try and buy a townhouse villa in the Jumeirah Golf Estates, you was not paying 5 million for a prime location. So the price was correct. Most importantly, the location I like. The location of this development was backing onto like a pool, like a lagoon style. So I thought, wow, someone would want to live here. If you've got kids, you'd open your gate, they would go into the community, they'd take the kids on the back. You're buying the story of what this potentially is. Golf course living, on the pool, family community. So I took the unit of 5 million. 5 million, I paid 4% transfer fees that worked out to 200,000 dirhams, plus fees to the agent. Now, this property was the highest priced ever Jasmine Lane 3-bedroom townhouse that was sold at the time, but it was also the most well located right onto the lagoon. So I had this on the market, and again, the same problem happened. I like to tell you investor problems, because if I tell you the investor problems, when it happens to you, you will know, okay, it happened to me too. So there was around 150 townhouses that all came to market at the same time. Every landlord wanted to rent their house. Everyone was doing it cheap. And if you heard me on my last video, I don't do cheap. I never have. I won't discount. I won't do anything. If I believe the product is good, someone will pay it. So what happened? 3 months of the property not being filled. I said to myself, wow, this is a bit of a tough one as an investor. I was asked to reduce the fee, but I actually did the opposite. So I had the property on the market at 350,000. Now, this sounds crazy to a lot of people what I did, but I put the property up to 400,000. But what I did is I furnished it. I paid 92,500 dirhams to furnish the unit, and I gave it to Allsopp and Allsopp Holiday Homes. And my goal was simple in my head. I'm going to short-term rent it until I paid for the furniture, and then I'm going to rent it for 400,000 dirhams. Lo and behold, I put it on Allsopp and Allsopp Holiday Homes. I had 3 bookings. Them 3 bookings were 1 month each. It covered the 92,500 dirhams, which sounds crazy. And the day that it vacated, I had a long-term tenant. That long-term tenant was a PGA golfer that's coming over to the UAE, wanted a short-term 1-year lease, paid the full asking price. They got to move in with their keys. They moved into the property. I received my yield, and everyone was happy. So what yield did I receive? I received 8.4% yield on my money. Minus my service charges, I'd be in the late 7s. So I've received my 7.5% yield on my money. What's also interesting is the property that I was told do not buy is potentially too expensive. You were buying the most expensive property. There are properties exactly the same as mine now, probably not as good as a location, selling for 5.5 million. So I've had that property for a year, and that year that I've probably had it 7 months, to be honest with you. I've received my 7% rental income, but I've probably worked out it's gone up 7% in terms of property value as well. So I've gained nearly 15% of property on my initial 5 million down payment. Does that make me happy investor? Yes. Now, what is it you should be looking for? If you're an investor, there's 2 things you're looking for. Always buy the best location. Sometimes cheap is tempting. There's no doubt about it. You seeing, oh, it's cheap. But it's cheap for a reason. And the problem you've got is when you try to sell that unit, you will have to sell it cheap. So my rule of thumb is, no matter where I am in the world, no matter what I'm investing in, I want to buy the best unit in the tower that I can afford, sometimes stretching myself to the point of the realms of reality. But I know once I've made them payments, I've got the best unit in the market. So if you do that, and then you buy into what it is, what's the logic of the reason you buy? My logic was townhouses are sparse in the UAE, especially in Dubai at the moment. I think 90% or at late 80s are specifically apartments. So there's not a lot of townhouses coming to the market. And to enter the Jumeirah Golf Estates market, if you want to live there, I would now own that house to say, hey, the entry level is here. Welcome to Jumeirah Golf Estates. And that was my logic. Do I forecast for the next 3 to 5 years I would gain 17% or 15% a year? No. I'm probably looking at 7% yield. Plus, if we say 2 or 3%, there's a chance I'm making 10% a year on my 5 million, which means me as an investor, if I'm just sitting in bed or watching TV at home, there's a good chance I'll be making 500,000 dirhams for the foreseeable future from just investing correctly.